So today's video is all about riveted ball joints, and I know I already made a video about the upper riveted ball joint, but I'm doing both at the same time on the driver's side and also taking the spindle off and the brakes off and stuff, so I thought I might as well just make another video about it. I did want to address something that I did not address in this video. Basically, I stripped the knurling on the strut rod to control arm bolts. I didn't realize until after the fact, that's why I didn't say anything, but you'll see a little asterisk at the top left of the screen when I make the mistake. So what you should do is just remove the bolts, nuts, remove the nut from the bolt, and then the whole thing will just come right out. I didn't realize that, so yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for tuning in. That's never been out since factory. Either that or the last guy that did that put some Loctite on it, which, you know, it's your brakes. I guess it deserves a little Loctite. Let's see, there's another bolt on the back side of the caliper, but I think that is not the same size. Yeah. I'm willing to bet it is 9/16. So if it's not 9/16, then it is 5/8. And it won't fit. It hits the spring. The top of this hits the spring, so just gonna have to use a wrench and a little force. These things don't have a lot of torque, but once you get it to a certain point, you can just... Alright. And there we go. Now we just have to get the bolt right here off. Socket. Don't want that to fall off. I probably should have had a zip tie on hand before doing that. Alrighty. So our line is not under tension anymore. We don't have to worry about it becoming under tension. Now you can just knock this back just a little bit until that bearing comes out. So I'm gonna go and put this on a clean blue towel so it's not lying here on the dirt. And then we'll be back for that. So I got everything off. I got this new tool in the mail. It's a ball joint separator. And I did have to modify the jaw on the top just a little bit. You can see I ground it down. So this will fit in here. Then this separates. So let's tighten this down. There we go. All right, so this is all separated and we can use the angle grinder, cut these off, and then use the new air chisel that I got to hopefully make this a lot easier. Let's see if this will do any damage. other half it does, and then it doesn't want to go in the right spot. That's a waste of time. So I ground all this stuff down with the angle grinder because the chisel didn't really want to get rid of those. So now I'm gonna go back with the air chisel with the hammer attachment and hopefully poke all those out. Yeah, I don't know, because I can feel the air coming through here. Probably need to take this apart and oil it. Took it apart, oiled everything up. Nothing was broken. It was all just really dry. In any case, it's working good. And I've been trying to punch out these rivets. You can see just how much I've hammered it. And yeah, they're not coming out. So I think what we're gonna have to do is pry this off and cut it like we did last time. We got the top of the ball joint and the actual ball joint out. Just got to get this, the rest of this section off. All right before sunset, it's basically sunset now, I managed to get this second plate off, or the second part of the ball joint. I just realized the boot fell out here. Oh man, that thing, not great. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pause on today. In the morning, we'll get to finishing this up, and then we're gonna start on the lower ball joints. It's the next day, and I was able to air chisel this rivet out. We'll spray it with some primer, some black, and then put the new ball joint on. Alrighty, I got the knuckle separated from the tie rod, and the upper ball joint is out of there. I'm just gonna separate the bottom ball joint now. Man, that thing is tight on there. Oh cool, and one of my brake shoes fell out. Put that to the side so it doesn't get greasy. And my other brake shoe wants to fall out, so I'm just gonna take that out before it does. Still not loose, so yeah, I'm gonna go modify this some more. This thing is under so much tension, but it's just not pushing it up. I don't understand why. It's like squishing the bolt instead of breaking it free. I can't believe that my phone didn't capture this, but my storage ran out, so I had to go and delete a bunch of stuff in order to record this video, and I'm sure you can tell I'm really frustrated, and that's because I actually got the spindle off. I had to use my breaker bar with that tool over there, and I was breaking it and breaking it and breaking it, and I was taking a break, and then bam, the thing popped. This thing came flying off, landed on my hand, and yeah, that's all she wrote. But man, I wish I could have caught that on camera for you guys. Hopefully we'll do the other side and I'll get that on camera, but I really need to get a different phone to record all this stuff, because yeah, it's just, I never get the best stuff for you guys. I always just show you what it looks like after. But anyways, there we go. Now I'm gonna clean up the lower ball joint here. You can see where it was cracked and all that stuff. And now you can see it a little bit better now that I've cleaned this all with some degreaser. So we got to get these off, and then we can get this off. and then the whole thing will come out. And we can replace this with something with bolts instead. I already did the right side rivet. Probably have to sand it down flat. But I'm on to the left one now. I'll set you up and finish it. Look at that, clean off. Rivets chiseled. Now I'm just gonna sand them down a little bit, get the excess metal, and then start to hammer them out. I might just need to drill these ones out. So this rivet, it came out, but it's still attached to the plate below it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take these off right now, and then keep hammering away at this one, and then this whole thing should fall out. Now we can take the air hammer to this again and hopefully pop this all out. Hey Dad, you want to try the air hammer? We just put this right in here and just give it a couple of... Too late.
Do that.
Yeah, do that. There you go. Good try. I didn't realize it was gonna come out that easy. Yeah, and I degrease everything and then spray some primer on this, and then we'll put some black on it and reinstall everything. Alright, we left it to dry in the sun for a little bit. And I hit everything with some black, starting at the bottom. And it's really windy. Alright, we're getting some breaks in the wind here. So I've waited a while. Everything should be dry enough to assemble. And I'm gonna start with the lower ball joint. I'll set you guys up so you guys can see. I test fit everything already, so it should just pop right in. I might need to give it a few love taps, but it should all go together smoothly. Alrighty, so I torqued everything down, and boy, was I scared that these bolts were not going to go down as far as they should have. But once I torqued them down to the specifications, they became flush, so I'm happy with them where they are. Anyways, we got lower ball joint in. We got a new tie rod that was put on almost a month ago now, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we got the upper ball joint. So now we can move on to putting the spindle back on and putting the brake back on. Here's the spindle. I've been cleaning it up with this green abrasive pad. Yeah, I just cleaned it up a little bit. And I also got the knuckle with the wire wheel. I'm not going to repaint it. Don't really want to go through the trouble of actually taping everything off and respraying it. So I'm just going to put it on like this. Spindle's back on. Just got to torque the castle nuts from the ball joints to the spindle and from the tie rod to the spindle. Put the backing plate on, the wheel hub, and the brake caliper brake assembly. All right, so I got everything installed and ready for the wheel hub to go back on. Just got out all the old grease, or as much of it as I could. So I'm gonna clean up my hands and then start packing this with grease. So the wheel hub is packed. Now I can move on to doing the actual wheel bearing, the outside wheel bearing. Alrighty, let's go put this on the car after I clean my gross hands. Just like that. And then I need the nut, the castle, and the cotter pin. I'm gonna go clean these up a little bit. Alright, so there is a proper torque procedure. I'll read my manual obviously before I do any torque specifications, but pretty sure I remember it being 17 foot-pounds and then you loosen it to a certain amount. But when I got it, it was pretty much right after hand tight. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now, just so that this doesn't fall out and everything is here. This dust cap, as you can see, has been beaten pretty bad. Whoever put this on pretty much got it on there on the lip and then just bam, hammered it on, which, as you know, is not great because the inside will rub against the tip of the spindle and can generate quite a bit of heat. And yeah, it's just not good. Not for the spindle or for the life of this dust cap. So, since I have to beat this into a better shape, what better thing to use than the old ball joints? So I took one of the ball joints, the threaded bit. Since they're two-part, there's a section here that slides off. I just put this in the vise and use that as my tool, as my die, so that I can put this on here and get a nice round shape. So that's what I'm going to do. So I kind of spaced. I just wanted to put all this stuff together, and I forgot that if you are keeping your brake line on the caliper, you have to route that over before you put this all together. So I've just taken this apart again, and I'm gonna do that and then torque that back down. So I took the control arm off, routed the caliper, and everything's back together. I torqued everything down, and that's one side done. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I did strip those strut rod to control arm bolt. So I am waiting on 4 more of those in the mail, and I'll have another video replacing those. But I hope you guys enjoyed me messing around replacing those ball joints, and I hope you guys will tune in next time. See you then.